Yo, what up YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about agency video sales letters and more specifically our video sales letter strategy for our own agency that we have been using for years and we have made millions of dollars with. And yeah, it's going to be a great video. I've spent years creating this. I've paid crazy money, over $100,000 to some of the best direct response copywriters and VSL writers on the planet to help me create this and all this stuff. So today I'm going to be showing you how it works and how we run it and how we make a lot of money with it. So that's going to be pretty fire. Of course, as always, before we get into it, if you run an agency, which you probably do because you're watching this video, also go check out Agent Velocity from the description, first link in description, because we work with a few agencies every single month and scale them one-on-one. We work with you. We build your campaigns with you and sales letters and all this stuff with you, your offers. And we make you a bunch of money. So go check this out. And if you get accepted to work with us, we guarantee you 10K in new MRR, or you don't pay, or it's completely free. So that's also pretty good. It's a pretty good steal. So yeah, whatever. So let's get into it. Also, if you have been wondering where I have been, I haven't been on YouTube for the past week maybe. I was in Amalfi Coast, day drinking with a few clients and with some agency team members. So that was pretty much my last week. We finished month of May. We booked like over 250 discovery calls for May. We added like 25K new revenue for the agency last week. And yeah, it's been great. It's been busy. But yeah, I know you probably don't care, but let's get into it. So I'm going to remove this. This was just like pretty aesthetic. So this is pretty much what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about I don't know, I haven't coined a cool name for it, but pretty much like education-based VSLs for running an agency. And the reason why we do this is because there's like two types of agencies. There's like type A and type B agencies. And most people are here in type A. So these are pretty much agencies that are they quote unquote suffer from saturation. You know, they compete on price. They get asked they get a lot of price or a lot of objections in general. And usually these agencies also can't charge more than maybe 3K a month. Some maybe a bit more, but usually it's like 3K a month max pricing. So this is what your typical agency looks like. You know, they sell something, they have a bunch of competition. You go on a sales call and the client tells you, we have already worked with someone like you, or we are talking to multiple agencies like you, and they you have to drop your price, and you get all of these objections like, why should we work with you, and can you give us a referral, and can you give us a case study, and can you drop the price, and can you give us a crazy guarantee, yada yada yada. You get all these fucking things, and you get everything is saturated, and your emails are not working, everything's ass. So there's these kind of agencies, and this is like 98% of the agent market. There's also the kind of agencies we run and we work with and we create and build. These kind of agencies that are impossible to compare to others. It's like you create your own category. You become your own category. You can charge $5,000 to $15,000 a month. Again, you can charge higher. Like we have people who we work with who are charging plus 30K. Our average deal size is 25K. No need for crazy guarantees or high pressure sales tactics. None of this bullshit. And yeah, it's like main thing, zero competition. So you can run really basic cold email campaigns. You can run really basic content. You can run basic ads, all kind of basic stuff, and it's gonna just fucking print. Like if you've ever looked at my YouTube videos where I talk about cold email, you might have noticed that I don't do any crazy tricks, for example, for our cold email campaigns, but still we book more meetings from our cold email campaigns than 99% of the companies out there. Why is that? Because it's way easier. It's like a life hack. So this is what we're going to be talking about. If right now you're here, so if you're doing less than 100K, 50K a month, if you're doing less than 50K a month, or if you're not charging plus 5K a month, you're here. And if you implement this, you're going to be here. So that's pretty much the whole deal. And a great example of this is like, for example, one agency that just came to us who started working with us like late last year. So they came to us, they started working with Agent Velocity, our one-on-one consulting thing. And they came to us and they were in like giga saturated, like most saturated niche on planet Earth when it comes to running an agency, aka health and supplement e-com brands in the US, direct to consumer. They were working with this and they were providing fucking ad creatives and media buying, you know? So the fucking most saturated thing ever, you know? Fucking hard to scale. And they were running it, they had been running it for 2 years and they were making $10,000 a month after 2 years, and they were stuck as hell, booking like a few meetings a month, not really going anywhere. So they came to us, we started working together, we read their offer, we read their like unique mechanism, and we implemented this VSL framework, and this what I'm gonna show to you. And like that was pretty much like the main stuff that we did. Like, yeah, we changed a little bit of their cold email campaigns and changed their pricing a little bit and made like small tweaks, but like 80% of stuff was us just like redoing this and implementing this like structure. And in like the first 3 months, they went to 45K in first 3 months. In first 3 months, they also booked more calls than they had booked for the past 2 years. And in 8 months, they went to 75,000. In 8 months, they have a massive wait list. So they have like fucking massive brands, really cool brands, really big clients, like on their door, or like knocking on their door, trying to just become their clients, and they can't take them on because they don't have the capacity. So they have like a massive wait list. They don't have to do outreach. They can like print as many meetings or as many clients as they want to from their outreach. And yeah, they're just fucking crushing it. They're like amazing. And their like biggest paying client is paying $36,000 a month. Zero saturation. Zero. They can't be compared to anyone else. They are just fucking in their own league. And this was all like, we did this in like 2 weeks. It took us like 2 weeks to do this. And it was through this. So I know, a lot of hype. But pretty much what everything is based on is doing educational presentations and pretty much taking an educative angle. So if you have seen right now, if you go and you look at like a bunch of other agencies, like everyone is running the same claim, everyone has the same offer, the same service, the same fucking selling points, the same funnel structures, the same emails, everyone looks completely the same. And this causes quote unquote saturation. Because if there is 3 different agencies and they all look the same, like the prospect won't even remember like who's talking to. Like, this is you, and this is your competition 1, and this is your competition 2, and your price might be 1K a month. And then if this competitor drops their price to 800, you also have to drop your price to 800 because you're pretty much running the fucking same thing. So how can we get away from this? How we get away from this is not by having better case studies. It's not by having better sales skills. Of course, those things help, but people are not stupid. They understand if something is the same that everything else is. So we use educational like material, and we pretty much educate the prospects on new beliefs. If we want to sell them, or like if we want to create our own category and pretty much be in a position where we are completely unique and we can charge like fucking 5 times more than our competitors, like we have to install a belief to the marketplace that that is the case, and that's like justifiable. Because like again, we can't just like create sudden demand for our offer without there actually being like without people actually wanting it. So how we do this is on our VSLs and on our sales calls and on our cold emails and on our funnels. Pretty much the whole concept is going to be based on educating them on a new process, and that's gonna be that's the main angle: new process and educating them on that new process. So every single transaction in the world, every single purchase ever in the world is done because of a desire for a transformation. So someone is in a state A and they want to be in state B. They want something to change. No one buys shit if they don't want something to change. Why did you buy a new laptop? Okay, your old one was slow and it was small and it was lagging and the memory was shit or the screen was cracked, whatever. You wanted that situation to change. Or why does an e-commerce store pay someone tens of thousands of dollars to create ad creatives for them? Because they want their ROAS to change, or their cost to acquire a customer to change, or they want their LTV or AOV to change. They want whatever the fuck to change. Why does someone buy lead generation services? Right now their calendar is pretty fucking empty, and it's causing them a lot of pain and a lot of stress and a lot of misery. They want that situation to change, and they want to have a full calendar. They want to be doing 10 times more revenue. They want to be doing all these kind of things. There always has to be change. No one buys shit without change. So what we are pretty much selling, and what our offer always is, no matter what offer you're running, it's just a way to get this transformation. Every single offer in the world is a way to go from A to B. That's just it, you know? So we, like, instead of competing, like, you know, if everyone is selling, let's say, cold email, lead gen, whatever. If everyone is selling cold email lead generation and everyone's using the same process and everyone is providing the same transformation, we can't change the transformation. If everyone wants to double their revenue, like, we can't change that. So what can we change? What can we affect? We can affect the process. If everyone wants to run cold email campaigns, you get better results. We have to just show them that, hey, there's a better process. I mean, to sell them on a better process and educate them that, hey, there is something better to do this. So let's say our niche on average is doing 100K a month. Everyone is doing 100K a month in our niche, and we know that everyone wants to be doing 200K a month. This is extremely simplistic example, and it's really, really rarely this simple. There usually is a lot more nuance to it, but let's just use this. All of our niche on average, we're working with companies that are doing 100K a month, and they all want to be doing 200K a month. And in general, they want to do it through Facebook advertising. They want to do Facebook ads, they want to run Facebook ads to get this transformation. This is the standard way, this is the most common way to do it in our niche, and these offers are absolutely ripping. If we don't want to compete against other Facebook advertising agencies, because if we compete against them, we have to compete on price and all this shit, we have to educate them that, hey, there's actually something better. There's actually a 3-step process that we can use to go from A to B, and it's going to be more efficient. It's going to be either faster, it's going to be cheaper. We don't want to use this. We don't want to compete with as cheaper. Or it's going to be more predictable, or like better or safer. Or it's going to be bigger. These are pretty much going to be the arguments that we can make for our new process. So if everyone else is doing Facebook ads and our clients are using Facebook ads and hiring Facebook ad things, and we don't want to fucking go into that game because we know that there's no money to be made there, we need to create a better process. And we need to show them a better process. Hey, instead of running Facebook ads, what if you use these 3 steps? Boom, boom, boom. And this is safer, and this is faster, and this is bigger, and this is better, and this is fucking all these kinds of different things compared to Facebook ads. And if you don't use these steps, you're an idiot and you're missing out, and our competitors are beating you. That's pretty much it. And the great thing about it is, when we take this angle and when we operate like this, we can be honestly extremely, extremely educative. We can just, we don't have to use any fancy sales tricks or anything crazy. We can literally just teach them. We don't have to do anything. Like on our video sales letter, we just teach them this process. Hey, this is the 3 steps that you need to do to get this result. And here is proof that it's a better way to do it. And this is the process. And we can just fucking give them the process. And then they see that, oh shit, this is a really great process. This works extremely well. And there's a lot of proof, and it logically makes sense in my head. I want to make sure that I get results. So I'm going to hire these experts. So they are going to book a call with you. And once they book a call with you, in the sales call again, you just fucking teach them the process. You know? And because people want certainty that it's going to work, and people are lazy and they don't want to figure it out by themselves, they are going to hire you to do this process because it's going to work better. You're an expert and they don't have to spend time on it, and it's going to be just more reliable. So that's pretty much like the angle that we take on every single VSL and every single sales call and with every single offer. That's, for example, what we did with the agency that I mentioned earlier here. I already deleted it. But the agency working in the e-com space, going from 10K to 75K a month, that's what we did to them. We showed them, or we figured out, okay, what is their unique process? There's 4 steps. What are the 4 steps that they are doing in their niche that works better than the average agency or what the average company is doing? And we just created this video sales letter. The first version was like fucking 2 hours long. We created this 2-hour just educated video just showing that, hey, this is the process we use. This is how it works so fucking well. It was really in-depth. It was really detailed. It was really, really good presentation that we made. And then we, of course, sprinkled in some proof. We sprinkled in case studies and credibility statements and benefits and comparisons and price anchors and all this stuff that you have to do to make it like hit even harder. But even without that, like if we just did an hour-long video showing that, hey, this fucking works and here's all the proof that it works, or here's like a logical argument that why this is better, like that's just in itself rips, you know? Like it's a great example. Like on my YouTube channel for years, I have been giving out like crazy amount of stuff on how we actually scale agencies. Like I have been giving out our process. Of course, I can't give out all the in-depth stuff. If you look at, for example, our VSL training, like this is what we use like in our program. We have the extreme specific SOP, 46 pages on how to actually write these VSLs and all this stuff. Yeah, I of course can't give that stuff out. But like I'm pretty open about like how we scale agencies. And still people every single week apply to work with us and they want to help, they want to get our help. Most of the people we of course can't help because there's just, you know, we only want to work with absolute killers. But still, like people just want us to fucking make sure that they get results. And that's, again, when they do, they get killer results. And it makes sense, you know. If they did this process by themselves, yeah, they could probably make a lot more money. But if they work with us, they would probably make 10 times more money, 10 times easier and 10 times faster. And it would be way more certain that would happen, you know, because we know the nuance. We have done 500 of these sales letters in the last 3 years. And we have done billions and millions and millions of dollars through this framework for our clients. So of course we're going to be better. It doesn't mean you can't do it yourself, but that's how you should treat your clients as well. And that's how you should treat your agency's marketing with these educational presentations. If right now you are running a cold email lead generation agency, for example, let's say you run a cold email lead gen agency for B2B companies, figure out what, like, is there anything unique about your process? Are there any unique steps about your process? If there are not, make it unique, figure out a better way to do it. Because if everyone else is doing the same process, there's surely a way to do it better. So figure out how to make it unique or what's unique about it, and then just fucking teach it. Hey, everyone in the marketplace is right now doing this with their cold email campaigns. We are actually doing this. And we know that this works better, and here's proof, and here's the reason why we think so. And if you just educate them well enough, and if you like demonstrate your point well enough, people are gonna see it. And they're gonna see, okay, these guys have a better process than anyone else, and I can't go buy this from a competitor. I probably can't do this myself, so I just have to hire these guys. And if they truly believe that your process is better than anyone else's, they have to pay your price. They can't say, oh, I'll just go buy it cheaper from someone else. There is no one fucking else. It's your process. You fucking made it up. You created the process. No one else can do it. So if you say it's 10K a month, then it's going to be 10K a month. You know? It's that fucking simple. So this is the strategy that we use for video sales letters, for text-based sales letters, for funnels, for cold emails, for sales calls, for content. This is what we have been doing for years. We have made millions and millions of dollars for our clients and for ourselves with this stuff. Go and fucking do it. Don't overcomplicate it. Just ask yourself, what is unique about my process? And how can I teach it to others? And how can I demonstrate and prove that it's better than everyone else in the market? And if you don't have something unique, and if you can't prove that your shit is better than everyone else, then you don't deserve to be charging more than anyone else. Then you deserve to charge $1,000 a month. Then you deserve to get fucked on the price competition. Holy shit. Then you deserve to get outcompeted on price. So just figure out a better service. Figure out how to get better results for your clients. And then just teach the process how to get better results than everyone else. And that's it. It's simple as. Don't overcomplicate it. So yeah, that's my video. It's good to be back on YouTube. I'm going to be ripping a bunch of new stuff here probably at some point. Not sure. As I said, go check out the Angel Velocity from the link in the description. Work with us, book a call. I'll be on the call personally myself, and we can see if this would be a good fit for your business and if we can make you a bunch of money. And like and subscribe. Do whatever. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.